Well, hello beautiful. Thank you so much for being here. And if you are new, welcome. Thank you so much. I am Cody Montarbo, the founder of Montarbo Skincare, always here to help you have the most healthy, glowing, and gorgeous skin. And I am really excited to talk about what I'm going to talk about in today's video because it is a little different, and I was trying to think of like how I would talk about all the haters and the mean comments and all the mean girls and the trolls that have been on my channel recently. So most of you probably don't know this because I do have my comments heavily moderated for negativity and just, you know, the mean girls that are online that have nothing really better to do than to, you know, just kind of let you know their opinions and their comments. And, you know, I want to seriously thank all of the haters and all of the trolls that have been in my comment section, because the truth is I have a pretty positive life and I don't have many negative things going on in my life. And I don't know if you can relate to being teased or bullied or people picking on you or people, you know, kind of undermining your intelligence or, you know, thinking that you should maybe lose weight or anything. I think we all deal with this, right? And it's really interesting to me to have such negativity all of a sudden, and part of it is because my channel's been growing a lot this last year, so I know that I kind of have a bigger arrow on my back now and a bigger spotlight on me. But you know, some of the comments I had to really take into consideration, and I'm going to read them here to you today. And I wanted to do a video that was kind of fun and a different way to look at negativity and trolls and people that are mean online, because, you know, we can't control what people are going to do in the comment section or online or on our blog. And you know, so the first thing I want to say is if you love a YouTuber out there, you know, go to their channel and tell them how much you appreciate them, because I don't think people know like kind of what also happens behind the scenes. And, you know, we're human, and so some of it's a little shocking and some things kind of hurt my feelings a little bit, but then I had to get back into my power and realize that, you know, first of all, it's a stranger online. I don't know who they are, but what I chose to do with the negativity and the hate and all the trolls and all the negative comments is I chose to be a better person, and I chose to like grow and evolve from this experience. So the first thing I did when I was getting a lot of them, and they were, you know, probably around October is when I started to get a lot of like pretty vicious comments, and I'm gonna read some of them to you. But what I started to do was I always want to take something into consideration. So if somebody says something, you know, like I want to consider like maybe they're seeing a part of me that I'm not seeing. Maybe I said something wrong in my video, or, you know, maybe I'm not speaking clear enough. And so I always want to make sure that I'm not just, you know, kind of like, oh, they're just a hater. I always want to be the best that I can be. So I'm always trying to like look at what somebody says and see maybe, oh, maybe they're seeing a part of me that I could change or grow, and, you know, could I be different? Could I change that or whatever? And, you know, so I'm trying to turn it into a positive, because otherwise what I can do is I can project back onto them and I can be negative back, and I just choose not to do that in my life anymore. And a lot of the comments have made me feel like I was in 6th grade again. You know, in 6th grade, kids get pretty vicious and nasty, and they're like, you're fat, you're ugly, you're this. And that's kind of what I feel like these trolls are doing in my comment section. Is they're like, the kid is in 6th grade who doesn't get any attention and love, and he's like trying to bully me, you know. And I did get bullied in high school and in intermediate and in grade school. People would call me a faggot until I would be in tears. And then my dad taught me how to fight and box, and then I would kick some people's asses, and they were like, oh, I'm not going to call him a faggot anymore, but he's also going to punch me. So, and I was a pretty, you know, interesting child. You know, I was pretty aggressive, and I still can be a little aggressive if you taunt me. But I really do want to thank all of the haters and the mean comments, and even some YouTubers have left some interesting comments, and I thought that was interesting since we're in the same community. I never leave mean or hateful comments on anyone's thing, and, you know, I just kind of don't look at it. I just, you know, turn the channel, like it's not a big deal, you know. But so one comment, like for instance, is, you know, you're a faggot, queer, and you should die. And so I was like, oh, okay, first of all, like, you gotta get a little more creative, because the word faggot and queer is so 80s. Like, you need to maybe go see work on a thesaurus or something, because those kind of things, like, for me, that doesn't affect me. Like, I know who I am, and my sexuality has nothing to do with who I am, okay? And so, like, these kind of comments don't really bother me about my sexuality or anything. And, but then one person was like, oh, you should kill yourself, you're a faggot pussy. Excuse my language, by the way. Yeah, you should kill yourself, you're a faggot, and blah, blah, blah. And so I was like, I wonder how I should kill myself. I'm like, I struggled with depression and suicidal things in the past, and have tried to kill myself in the past, and I have a long history of depression and stuff. And so I was like, well, they're probably, you know, mirroring that in me. And that's what I've noticed in these comments, is that everyone that is projecting or everyone that's saying something about me is projecting this onto me. So we can't see in another what's not in us, both negative and positive. So if somebody is making some comment to me, I really believe that's a mirror. They're looking in the mirror when they're saying these things. They're projecting these things onto us. And, you know, I think a lot of us take these things personal, and we take them to heart, and we get offended by them. And we can, and some of them are hurtful, but truly we can actually use them to rise above them and become better and not bitter by them, because no one knows who we truly are. What really matters is what we think, feel, and love and know about ourselves. This is like kind of some serious stuff, I know, and I'm trying to make light of this, but I have to, because I realize it's just somebody is holding up a mirror to themselves when they're leaving these kind of mean comments online. And some people just have an opinion about everything, and they just really feel like they have to share it, like that's their PhD. They have a PhD in sharing their opinion. And, you know, as we know about opinions, that everybody has one. I thought this was funny, because I actually was teased in 7th grade and 8th grade, like, it was kind of annoying then, and I worked through it, but it was like, my forehead is so big, and it's like, your forehead is so big, I should not have to be seeing that as the first thing when I watch your video. You should shave it off. I'm like, okay, that's interesting. And then a YouTuber, and I'm not going to say their name because it's unnecessary, but I just thought it was interesting because we are in the same community, and she was like, you go on and on about nothing. I can't even believe you have a channel. And she has like 100,000 subscribers, and I was like, okay, girl, I'm glad that you're so articulate. And obviously I go on and on, because that's why I'm on video a lot, and, you know, you guys are still watching, so I appreciate that. But, you know, she is kind of right. I do go on, and I do repeat myself. So I am aware of that. Thank you very much, and that is something I'm kind of trying to work on. This one was interesting. They said, your license should be taken away. I can't believe you're teaching people how to do a chemical peel. You should have your license removed immediately. And I was like, okay, that's interesting. I don't know what to say about that, because I've always been wanting to make sure that I share information that's safe to people, and I never planned on sharing the chemical peel videos with you, but so many people were hurting themselves, and I got emails about what to do about a chemical peel, so I thought, well, at least I could show people how to do a safe 10% chemical peel and still get a killer result. And I share that information, you know, knowing that people will do their own chemical peel and not see me. But another person, I've actually had this comment several times, because in my TCA videos, I'm always telling people to be really cautious about, you know, doing your peels, because you should never put 50% TCA acid or 30, I believe, on your face. That's just my opinion. But people do whatever they want, and I get this a lot, and they're like, you just want us to see you for a peel. I'm like, well, you live in Dubai. I don't think that's possible, and I have enough clients. It's not about that. I'm just sharing information to help people to stay safe, because maybe nobody told you, but TCA acid, especially in strengths higher than 20, it's pretty toxic. You really, I don't even want to put that on my skin and my body. So, you know, and it's very dangerous. You can hurt yourself and peel yourself. So I think people take things out of context, and, you know, like I said, they project this stuff on you. And some of them are interesting because I think they see in me, like, something I've always suffered with is this feeling of feeling like a fraud. I mean, I think we all do. Can you relate to that sometimes, where you're feeling like, God, am I really sharing information that is helpful? I mean, I kind of feel like a fraud here. Is it really helpful? Or, you know, am I, you know, it's just something like I think that we naturally kind of think about ourselves sometimes, like we might not be good enough. And somebody was like, you're just a fraud, all you care about is making money. I'm like, well, I definitely have cared about making money in the past. It's not something that is my main focus anymore, but I do make a living. This is my business, this is my brand, and I am an entrepreneur. I mean, I would be lying if I didn't say that I am you know, making money, and that my goal is to make money. I believe the more money you make, the more money you give, the more you can do with money, as using it as a tool, but it's not the primary focus of my life. It's not the state of consciousness that I'm in. Another one is, you're a crook. I can't believe that you sell your products for so much money. You should be ashamed of yourself. I think that was funny, because it was like, oh, shame, like you're shaming me like my daddy, like you're trying to humiliate me. And I looked at that, and that's something, you know, I've worked through and stuff. And, you know, being called a crook is not always very comfortable. And my products are not always for everyone, and the price point is not for everyone. And so I just look at these kinds of things, and I'm so happy of the work that I've done in my life to grow and evolve, that I've learned to take these, what are perceived problems, and to be able to rise above them, and to become more conscious and aware over them, and to see them for what they really are, which is just people sharing whatever they need to share and to let out and to get out. And, you know, that's fine. And I think it's interesting, we live in this time where people are so ready to share their opinion, but when I go to their profile and I block it, there's no photo there. So you're no one to me, because you're just a stranger. You're not even willing to show me your face. While I'm sitting here being vulnerable and intimate with people, I'm sharing you my face, my business, everything. And so in that process, of course, in success, when we're trying to achieve our goals and our dreams, and we're doing things and we're putting ourselves out there, it does come with the risk of other people not liking us. I'm not for everyone, you know, and I know that, and I'm not here to be liked by everyone. I'm here just to attract the right people, and to create a sense of community here, and to make a difference in people's lives with sharing the tips and the knowledge that, and the obsessions that I know about skincare. And I'm so appreciative of you guys watching, and the positivity and everything. And I'm really appreciative of these negative, mean girls and haters on my channel in my comment section, because it's really made me grow as a person. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I'm repeating myself here again. I go on and on, obviously, about nothing. To be able to rise above that, and to realize that, you know, I just have to shake that off, that that's part of what comes with success. And when you put yourself out there, is that people are going to try to attack you, just like families do that, just like our relatives do that, our friends talk and gossip about us sometimes. And, you know, we have to remember that if we have a sense of purpose and something meaningful we're trying to do and create in our world, that we can't be constantly offended by these people that are strangers, that are going to have an opinion about everything. Another one is, your skin is so ugly, you're so ugly, and the peel that you just did made your skin uglier. I'm like, okay, well, you know, honey, hold up that mirror, because obviously somebody has told you that you are ugly in your life, and now you're putting that onto me. I don't think I'm the most attractive person, but I don't think I'm ugly, and I don't believe that beauty has anything to do with the exterior. It has to do with the interior. So if I was a mean and hateful and bitter person, then you might be valid in calling me ugly, but I know those things are not true. So I want to end this video on a very, very positive note, and that is that, you know, whatever it is that we're afraid of in our life, like what we're afraid of what people might think of us, it often comes back to us. And these are some of the things I thought about myself, and I do consider, like, oh my God, am I just trying to sell products? And, you know, should I release that TCA video because people might just, you know, are they gonna get hurt or dangerous? So these are things I've already been thinking about, and I just think that it's interesting that they saw that in me and they left these comments. And I do believe that we can use these situations as opportunities for ourselves to really grow, evolve, and expand our consciousness. So, you know, a lot of times people say that, oh, it's all about your intention. But really, I believe what's more important than your intention is your state of consciousness. So if I have an intention just to come up on here and only sell you my stuff, then you're going to feel that. You're going to know that, because my state of consciousness, my mindset is about getting instead of giving. Or you hear people, you know, it's like they want to make all this money, but they're saying that they're generous. My intention is to make money so that I can give out money. It's like, well, it doesn't really work like that. You have to be a generous soul. You have to be a generous person. And if your state of consciousness is about, where's my money, and I need my stuff, and I need to make so much money so then I can give back to charity, and that's not how this works. The success game doesn't work like that. I believe what happens in success is that we have to truly own our shit and we have to rise above our fears and our anxieties and our worries of what people might think of us so that we can reach that next level. So for me, what's interesting is it did make me question if I really wanted to be on YouTube anymore, because I thought, well, I don't have negativity in my life. I don't really need this, and I have a business, it's successful, and I don't really, need to be on YouTube necessarily. But then I thought, what about all of you who are amazing, who have changed my life, who have helped me grow and expand and evolve, who are positive, who I've made connections with, who are purchasing my products, people that are just here to get the love from me and to sharing this experience of helping ourselves feel better and look better and just to own our true beauty. What about all of you? Then I would be just saying, oh, the haters are gonna win, and I'm gonna withhold my love, and I'm gonna withhold my information, I'm gonna withhold my desire to help inspire and empower people because of a few haters. Because the truth is, all of the comments that I've had that are negative, they do not outweigh the 99.9% of positivity. So I'll leave you with this. That is what the mind does. The mind will look at the one negative comment, the one dislike, the one person that said something about you, the person that cut you off in traffic, or the person that was rude to you, or the person that didn't respect you. The mind does that because it wants to be safe. And so when our mind gets in a pattern of only trying to protect itself and to preserve this identity so that it can attack back, then what happens is you forget to see the horizon of everything else and all of the positivity and all of the other things that are positive in your life. It's like you can have 12 things going right in your life, but if you sit there and you focus on the one thing that's not going right, for instance, maybe your relationship or your job or your employment or your finances or your health or whatever, if you just sit there and obsess on that and focus on that and worry about that, then guess what? It's going to bring the other 12 things out of alignment. That's how it works, right? But if you sit there and you focus on the 12 things that are in alignment, the chances of you bringing that other thing up into alignment, so 13 things are going right, are much more likely. Or at least an opportunity might come into your life if you just focus and train yourself and to recondition yourself to really spend time and energy on what is working, what is right, what you do appreciate. So as much as I appreciate all of the haters, all of the negative people, all of the, what do they call them, trolls that have been on my channel, I thank you for all of that. And what I know is this: because I'm able to let this go, because I'm able to rise above it, which I know all of you can do too, of anyone in your life that's treating you like shit, or that's being mean, or that's being nasty, or that's constantly taunting you, attacking you, and bullying you, we can be bigger than that. And how we become bigger than that is to realize always, a mirror, that whatever somebody is saying to you is their own reflection, that they're projecting that onto you. It's not about you, it's about them. And the same is true of the positivity. So whenever somebody says, oh, I love Oprah, she's so inspiring and powerful and brilliant and blah, 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 or Obama, or I don't know, whoever, whatever, it doesn't matter, whoever you like, whoever you're inspired by, whoever you think is your idol or your role model, remember this, that you also need to own and integrate that positivity. And a lot of us, what we do is we only accept and acknowledge the negative in us, and we think we're not good enough, and we're, not smart enough, not pretty enough, and all of these things. But if we also need to learn how to realize that we're holding up a mirror to ourselves, to the positive things that we say about the people that we consider our role models. So the things that you think and like and love and appreciate in another human is also in you. You cannot see that which is not within yourself. So if I'm being negative to someone, I am just holding up a mirror to myself. That's it. If I'm being kind and positive to you, it is because I'm holding that. It's a reflection of me. I'm just getting that mirror back to me. All right, guys. I love you guys so much, all of you. And I just want to thank everyone for this opportunity to really grow and expand in my life, because if somebody wasn't kind of poking me and taunting me, then I wouldn't have any work to do on myself spiritually. And so I just thank you all so much. I hope this video inspires you and empowers you to let go of all that stuff that you might be focusing on, that other people say about you, or that you might think are saying about you, so that you can rise above that. We're bigger than those negativities in our life. We are bigger than that, okay? I love you guys. Tell me what you liked about this video. Tell me about a time that maybe you have been bullied and how you turned that around. Or tell me how maybe this video helped you maybe to see this differently, how to take negativity and turn it into a positive. I love you. Remember to stay gorgeous, and I will see you really soon in a new video. Bye-bye.